The next thing we need to cover around views is what we can and can't do with views. Views may act like a table, they might look like a table in some situations, but of course they're not true tables behind the scenes, and that means we can't always perform all table operations with a given view. So if we go back to our full select star from full reviews view, this view here has all sorts of information synthesized from different tables. Of course, we joined 3 tables together in the previous video. So with a regular table, if this was a true table, I could do something like delete, let's just delete everything that was released in the year 2010. I don't know why, but let's say that's what I want to do. Well, in a regular table, I would do a delete from the table name, full reviews, where released year equals 2010. But it doesn't work. It says cannot delete from join view called full reviews. You can't delete from that view. So what it's telling me is it's not a real table and there's rules to what we can and can't do. And because this is a join view, you can't delete. So it's a little complicated, the different rules, but there's a whole page in the docs about this. Basically, only a very small portion of views are updatable and insertable, meaning we can insert into them and update them and treat them as if they were a table. Same thing with delete. And if you have any of these bullet points in your view, then you're going to have a bad time. If you use an aggregate function, sum, min, max, that view is no longer updatable or deletable or insertable. If you use group by, if you have subqueries, if you have joins, at least certain joins, and this is a nuanced thing. There's a lot of detail about joins. Sometimes you can write a join view that is updatable, but we're not going to go into all of that. It can get quite complicated. But the point is that our view is not updatable. It's not going to work for us. But that doesn't mean all views are limited to only selecting. We could write a simple view, just as an example here, that, I don't know, let's do like a query we might run somewhat frequently. Let's do select star from series, and we'll do an order by released year. Let's say this is something we do a lot. Probably not, but let's say it is. I could make this a view. I'll call it something like, I don't know, create view. What should we call it? Ordered series. Again, it's silly, it's trivial, because we could just, this is a short enough query to run, but I want to show just a simple example to prove my point that some queries or that some views are updatable and insertable. Okay, so if I create this view, ordered series, now I select star from ordered series. There we are. We see all of our series ordered by release year. Simple enough. So let's say I treat this as a table, ordered series, and I want to delete, or actually I don't want to delete our data, but let's say I want to insert something into it. I really like the show The Great, which came out, I think, in 2020 for the first season. So I would do an insert into, never mind the fact that I could just insert into series with this, just let's ignore that. Let's just insert into ordered series. And I'll do a title, released year, and genre, and then have my values. The Great 2020 is the first release year, and genre is comedy. And that needs to be in quotes. Okay, so this is not a real table, ordered series. Of course, behind the scenes, there's a table called series, but this is a view that we set up. It looks like a table, but it's not a true table, but it will let us insert because this is considered an insertable, updatable, deletable view. And that's because it doesn't break any of the rules laid out here. We didn't use group by, we don't have aggregate functions, there's no subqueries, we don't have joins. So it is an updatable view. I can insert into it. And now if I do a select star from ordered series, we see the Great added in there. And that means it's also been added into select star from series into our series. So I can also delete from ordered series where let's just do title equals the Great to delete that. And one more time, this is our virtual table. This is not a true table. This is all based upon the query that we stored under the view name ordered series, but I can treat it as a table and I can delete from it. And if we now look at ordered series, the grade is gone. Well, it should be gone, and it is gone. Okay, so that's all I'm going to show in this video. Just know that by making something a view, that does not mean that you can truly treat it as a table with all the standard operations, deleting, updating, inserting. Only a subset of views allow those operations, and it all depends on if they include any of these features or not.